we are happy to be joined on the phone line by America's sweetheart at Celebrity Hot Tub on Twitter. It is Ryan Nanni. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, I don't know if you know, but I got downgraded to just America's friend who listens really well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, it's okay. It's tough. Bradley Cooper just takes everything.
Yeah, I can't have anything anymore. But if you need a shoulder to cry on, then good old me is there.
Now, where are you from originally? Because I know you're living up in the Northeast.
Yes, I've lived in New York now for a decade, which is a horrifying thing to say out loud. But I grew up in Florida, so it could be worse.
It really could be. So then if we were to ask you like really in-depth Texas high school football questions, that probably would not be your forte.
I mean, if you want me to speculate wildly and sound like a jackass, this will be great.
Okay. All right. Well, that's why we brought you on. When is the last time you were in Texas?
I think it was for the national championship game last year. A bunch of us went out and rented a house in Dallas, and I'm pretty sure I haven't been back since then.
Okay. That we've secured the borders. We've built the wall in that regard. So what your overall as a Floridian turned New Yorker, your opinion when you come and visit Texas?
I think Texas is wonderful. I mean, you have to understand that Texas is sort of what I want Florida to be as a New Yorker now, because y'all have all kinds of open space and real estate, something we don't have in New York. But you also don't have Florida residents, which is a big downgrade of Florida. Florida's just got plenty of crazy people. And I feel like Texas crazy people at least have the decency to sort of self-identify in a way. Florida's got a lot of people who are like, I drive a school bus and I seem normal. Also, I have a lot of weird porn on my computer.
He is Ryan Nanni. You can see his fine work at sbnation.com as well as on Twitter. But of course, we didn't bring you on here to talk about Florida.
Yeah.
We brought you on here to
no small talk
to very confidently predict Texas college football games. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, we will start with a game that I know that you have been really mulling over the stats and trying to figure out who's going to win this. UTEP, the Miners, travel to Hattiesburg, Mississippi to take on Southern Miss.
Do you want me to factor in the point spread here at all? Or
no, we're going straight up. We're going straight up.
I will be totally honest. This is the easiest of the list. Okay. I cannot fathom a way that UTEP wins this game. They are. I don't know if they're the worst team in FBS because there are a lot of terrible teams contending for that crown. They are almost certainly the worst defense. And Southern Mississippi, while it's not nearly as good as some of those Larry Fedora teams that won double-digit games, they are good enough to just hammer UTEP. So I'll absolutely take the Eagles.
Max?
Yeah, I'm going with Celebrity Hot Tub here. No question, UTEP gets hammered.
Yeah,
sadly.
I don't love UTEP's chances in this one, especially on the road. I'll tell you that if this game were at the Sun Bowl, crazy things happen at the Sun Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
But
I feel like because Paul Johnson's been successful at the Sun Bowl, and Lane Kiffin got punched. So
it's one of the reasons we love the Sun Bowl. One of the many.
Actually, now that I say it, Lane Kiffin getting punched is one of the most normal things that's ever happened at the Sun Bowl.
Yeah, actually, if anything, the Sun Bowl is a hall of justice in that regard.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
3 p.m. on Saturday on the Hilltop in Dallas, Texas. The Tulsa Golden Hurricane takes on the SMU Mustangs, battle of former Texas guys with a lot of Texas ties here. Phil Montgomery for Tulsa taking on Chad Morris at SMU. Who do you like in this one, Ryan?
I kind of like SMU, I think. This feels like it'll be a close game, maybe something that comes down to a field goal at the end. And if that's the case, Tulsa's already something like 11 of 18 in their kicking game. So I can absolutely see them just shanking something that would win the game for them, and SMU winning this.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Max?
I'm going with the ponies, man.
know.
This is I feel like Morris has to reach a turning point game, where they just finally put it together. Then they're not playing a team named North Texas.
Yeah.
I'm riding with the ponies.
We'll get them in a moment. I'm gonna take Tulsa only because
Boo.
I know I think that neither of these teams have any defense, but I think that Tulsa has a little bit more defense, and I think I trust their offense just a little bit more.
It's a team from Oklahoma.
I'm
and
not
you're
happy
picking against a team from Texas.
I'm not happy about it. I'm really not. We move on tonight. If it doesn't get washed away, 7 p.m. tonight, Rice welcomes in Louisiana Tech. And, hey, Ryan, do you know who the quarterback for Louisiana Tech is?
I don't, and I refuse to answer these questions unless you have a warrant.
It is.
No, it's Jeff Driscoll. And look, Jeff Driscoll has been amazing for Louisiana Tech.
Really
and Rice kind of has a terrible pass defense, so I guess I have to go with Jeff Driscoll here. Go Gators! What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. That's.
Yeah.
I know that's physically painful for you.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Retching.
It's not great at all.
Yeah.
Max?
Yeah, Louisiana Tech.
I'm
Yeah,
going to take
sorry,
Louisiana
Rice.
Tech as well, but I'll tell you, I think it's a different reason. I think they get Kenneth Dixon going, their running back. They have been very good.
I'm sure if you want to bring facts into it.
Meanwhile, 6 p.m. in Denton, Texas. First of all, actually, that's not considering the name of the name of the school is North Texas. I was going to ask Ryan if he knew where Denton was.
Denton.
But
yeah.
In Denton at Apogee Stadium, UTSA, the Roadrunners, visit North Texas. Larry Coker against interim coach Mike Canales. Real slobberknocker here, Ryan.
I couldn't tell you how uninterested I am in this game because it's got a terrible offense in UTSA versus the mild train wreck that is North Texas at this point. It kind of feels like watching two boxers with the flu who haven't fought in 5 years punch at each other for three. I get to go UTSA. I did like the fight against Marshall, but I don't think they're really at a place where they can beat UTSA.
Same. I'm going to UTSA.
I'm going to go with UTSA as well. North Texas is getting better. I think you're right. I think they're getting better than where they were 3 weeks ago when they lost by 59 points to Portland State. But
that means they have a lot better to get.
6 p.m. Saturday in Ames, Max. You should know that Max is an Iowa State fan.
We all suffer in different ways.
Why? What did you do wrong?
I was born 20 minutes from Ames. There's nothing I could do.
It's really unfortunate.
You know, the beauty of America is you don't have to be constrained by your birth. You can be anything. Anybody can be president.
I live in
Anybody
Texas.
can grow up. That's true. You can leave your past behind is all I'm saying.
You can. Absolutely.
Sometimes the doom and torture, it shapes you in a way that's healthy somehow.
The Texas.
Sure, you're basically the bane of Texas.
Yes.
Take control, Ames. Take control of your city. 6 p.m. Saturday in Ames, the Texas Longhorns visit Iowa State, Ryan.
Yeah, this feels super weird to say, but Iowa State is more of a confusing locker room right now than Texas is. They just got rid of Mark Mangino. They brought in Paul Wolf, if that does anything for you. And the weird part about that is it's not – I mean, look, the Iowa State offense wasn't world beaters or anything, but the defense was what's been so crappy for them all year. So I'll take Texas in this one.
Okay, Max?
Oh, I'm taking Texas. I'm fully on board the Paul Rhodes went, well, I'm fired anyway. I'm hiring Wolf.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to take Texas. I think they finally actually figured something out defensively. The offense is still kind of a mess, but I think that defensively they're still pretty good. Meanwhile, on the South Plains of Lubbock, Texas Tech welcomes in number 12 Oklahoma State at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. I am really bothered by the fact that Cliff Kingsbury came out yesterday and said that candy corn's his favorite Halloween candy.
What?
So,
Did he really?
He did.
Ugh.
I think he said that to humanize himself. Like, as a naturally beautiful man, he probably has to say these things from time to time, so we don't think he's some sort of angel sent from heaven.
That's a really strong take.
I like that theory, but what? So as far as this game is concerned.
Oh right. The football
that
part. I like Texas Tech in this game. Oklahoma State is probably a good team. I don't think they're as good as their record indicates right now. And I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback that they will have seen this season by a pretty far margin. I think he's going to stress that defense in ways that they are just not accustomed to at this point.
I agree with him on every point, but as someone who has watched every single Texas Tech game this year, I have no confidence in them. Defensively or otherwise right now. They can't seem to figure out how to get their offense going after being gangbusters for the first 4 weeks. I'm going Oklahoma State, and it hurts.
I know.
It hurts inside.
I know. I'm picking another Oklahoma team to come into Texas and get a win, but I think
my
God.
I
know, man. Listen, you're the Texas apologist.
And it's Halloween in Lubbock, and we're still doing it.
I know. It's tough, but I am taking Oklahoma State. Meanwhile, down in Houston, Vanderbilt visits number 18 Houston, 6 p.m. Saturday, in what I think may be the most interesting game of the week, because you've got a Vanderbilt team that they can't score, going on the road and playing a team from the AAC that's all of a sudden white hot.
Yeah, this is probably more interesting than people are going to give it credit for at face value. Vanderbilt's defense is super good. Like, they've only given up 12 touchdowns this year, and they've played a number of teams that have pretty good offenses, Western Kentucky, Georgia, Ole Miss. So I think they will be able to slow Houston down and bog them down a bit, but I don't think they're going to win this game in the end. I think Houston probably pulls away in the second half.
Max?
Houston. Going with Houston. I got a H-Town takeover. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking that bright red Kool-Aid.
I will as well. I think Houston's going into the game against Memphis unbeaten. That is my hope, and
we should all be so lucky.
We should all be so lucky.
And Miami fans want this to happen because they desperately want Tom Herman more than anyone will imagine.
Yeah, let me tell you, Tom Herman is going to be wanted very much by a lot of different teams. We're talking with Ryan Nanni of SBNation.com and on Twitter at Celebrity Hot Tub. One more game to pick: the SEC. SEC Speed. South Carolina visits Texas A&M. Texas A&M, who has had all sorts of trouble offensively, taking on a South Carolina team who's had all sorts of trouble defensively. So what in the world do you make of this one?
When you say all sorts of trouble defensively, I think the neater way to put that is they made Grayson Lambert look amazing. Grayson Lambert set a dang record against the South Carolina defense, and he's not even going to start anymore for Georgia. So
is that good? Or
I like A&M. Yeah, I like A&M here. They're just South Carolina is probably the worst team in the SEC right now. We just stopped talking about them once Steve Spurrier left.
Excuse me, as a Missouri grad, I feel like I need to raise my hand and mention that Missouri lost 10-3 last week. They beat the world's smallest over/under by 21 points.
That's pretty good.
So, as far as the worst SEC team is concerned, I'd like a spot at the table.
I mean, there's still plenty of time to find out.
Yeah, there absolutely is. Max.
I'm picking A&M, but I'm like fully prepared for the meltdown that comes if they don't put it together.
I'm picking A&M. I think Kyler Murray starts. I think he has a good, not great game, but more importantly, they get the running game going with Trey Carson. I like A&M.
Why would they start getting the running game going now?
I'm just saying. That's all. Don't ask me to back up my information with facts.
Sorry, I'll stop.
That's fine. He is Ryan Nanni. Follow him on Twitter at Celebrity Hot Tub and check out his fine work at SBNation.com. Ryan, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
There you go.